I'm going to need you to be prepared to tune in to Momming with Melanin, the Black Mom's Perspective. Hey girl, listen, moms are everyone's person. Baby mama drama, we're talking about parenting versus new school parenting, baby fever, how not to lose yourself when you have a baby. With me, Angie P. Black Mom's Perspective. Hey girl, hey. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Momming with Melanin, the Black Mom's Perspective. I'm your host, Angie P. How are y'all doing today? So, today I am discussing realness. Oh snap, I guess I'm a mom. Now, we all are moms, and we've been there when that moment sets in and you're like, yo, like I really am somebody's mama? Like me? And I often joke like, yo, God, like you really made me somebody's mama? You sure? You want me to be somebody's mom? Okay, bet. Oh snap, I guess I am a mom. You have the baby shower, right? And people are giving you all these nuggets, all this wonderful parenting advice. They're buying gifts. They're buying the diapers and the pull-ups and all the wonderful clothes and the cute outfits. They're telling you you're going to be a great mom. People are rubbing your little baby bump at the shower. They're like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. Even when your feet look like pig's feet, right? All of that. They're even offering help. Right? People are like, oh, I know what it's like. When I was a first-time mom or second-time mom or what have you, if you need help, I'm here. Call me, all of that good stuff. And then you come home with this new baby, and now what? I guess I gotta be somebody's mama, right? So I think the moment moms realize like, oh snap, I'm really a mom, can vary. I think reality may set in when you're holding your baby for the first time, like that moment when they put that baby in your arms and you look into your baby's eyes and that warm feeling arises, your heart melts. That can be that moment where you're like, oh my God, I'm somebody's mom, right? For me, it was when I put my daughter on my breast. So I had to have a C-section. And then I go into recovery. It's cold as hell, y'all. And I put my daughter on, first of all, okay, let's go back. After my C-section, and I told my husband, I'm telling the world this. After my C-section, they took my guts out, took the baby out, and now they're stitching me back up. And I joked with my doctor, like, listen, make sure you don't try to take my kidney and sell it on the black market. Not ideal to joke, but especially because of the maternal mortality rate. But my doctor, my OB, black woman, love her. Shout out to her. If you're in Brooklyn or Long Island and you need one, she was the one, a real one. Like I said, I had to have a C-section. So they're stitching me up. And they showed me my baby. She was so loud and so white. And I'm like, oh, okay. They stitched me up and they handed her to her dad. And my husband took this baby, y'all, and he was gone. He was out. Okay. They rolled me into recovery and homeboy is walking around holding his baby in bliss. Like he was just like, okay, I got what I came for. And he left me. I always joke about that. But anywho, for me, I realized I was a mom that moment, when my husband handed me our daughter and I put her on my chest and then I put her on my breast because she just kind of found her way there, as they tell you to let them find their way to the breast. So I put her there and she found the breast and she latched and she was just sucking away and you heard it. And I was just like, oh my God. This is real. I'm a mom. Anywho, everybody's, story may be different. And for me, that was that moment where I realized I'm really someone's mom. Like, you're dependent on me. You're depending on my body to provide you nourishment. It was so beautiful. Unfortunately, my breastfeeding journey didn't last as long as I wanted it to, but that's for another episode. And then another thing is, you may realize you're a mom when you're completely alone with the baby. I mean, not in a hospital. You don't have a doula there. Dad is not there. Aunties aren't there. No one. Just you and your child, right? So you're looking at this baby and this baby is looking at you and you guys are like, what are we gonna do? So I feel like sometimes that is that moment where you realize, oh snap, I'm a mom. And sometimes that baby is crying and sis, you may want to cry too. I have been there. And those are those moments where you can be like, whew, child, mama needs a moment, okay? And that is also sometimes where you realize, like, I'm a mom, and that's okay. When you realize, whew, I need a minute, that is how you know you have arrived. And not only as a mom, but that is the moment you realize you've arrived as a woman, as someone that's in tune with themselves, because that is self-care. Realizing that you need a moment, you need a break, and taking that moment, baby, it makes a big difference because you're coming back stronger. You're coming back like recovered and ready to tackle on some more mom duties. So I feel like even when you hit that first, I need a minute, that can help you realize like, okay, I am a mom. And then you're also realizing your priorities, which are, okay, I got to take care of me. I need to make sure I'm okay so I can be an okay parent. So I need to make sure I'm well so the baby can be well. Especially if you're breastfeeding and things like that. You can't be high stress. You can't be high anxiety. You have to make sure you're okay so you can continue to provide for this baby. So that is another moment where you're like, oh, I've arrived. Not only am I a mom, but I have to be okay. I have to take a minute. Let me rejuvenate, and then I'm going to come back stronger and harder. So, do you have those moments? Those I need a break moments? Because if not, baby, you should. You're missing out. Just taking a minute to breathe, small doses of self-care are important. Nowhere in the world does it say you have to have 3 days, a 3-day retreat for self-care, especially when we have mom duties, when we have wife duties, when we're taking care of a home, just being able to go, okay, I have 10 minutes here, give somebody that baby, go in a room, take those 10 minutes, meditate, pray, silence, even if that means put on gospel worship, what have you, that makes a big difference. And that can be your, oh snap, I'm a mom, because you're not superwoman. That can be your moment as well. Now, as I said, if you don't have those moments, I'm going to need you to take those moments and also to get in tune with your significant other, because that makes things a lot easier. As many of you guys know, it's really just me and my husband most of the time with our daughter. So we are both at a place where we know, I'm like, okay, homeboy wants to play his PS5. Come on, little girl, let's go downstairs or what have you. And the same for him. He'll see me and he's like, okay, baby, let's go. Let's let mommy work. Let's let mommy do this. So, without having to say it, without the need to verbalize it, sometimes when you practice it enough with your significant other, they notice, okay, she needs a minute. Let me take this kid and just give you a break. I'm not sure if it was the 𝐿 and he was giving some advice to fathers because they just had a baby not so long ago. And he's like, listen, when you see she's acting like this, take that baby and let her go for a walk. It is important. And I'm grateful for my husband because he is in tune with me. So those moments, especially with the toddler, because they test you, those moments make a big difference. Okay, those are life-changing, life-saving moments. Okay, the reality sets in, and when it does, you're like, whoa, it's literally a fight or flight situation with the momming as well. And I say that because some moms may suffer from postpartum and they don't realize it. Some moms may have anxiety and they don't realize it. So it is important to have that support and to have that understanding with your significant other. You never want to be one of those moms that's so overwhelmed that doesn't have an outlet, that eventually that postpartum sets in and they're ready to just walk into traffic or just, because they need that break. So take those breaks. Be careful. Self-care is important as well. You need a break. And I do offer services if you need some help with working that out. Another one of my oh snap, I'm a mom moments was when my daughter was about 5 months. You guys know she's a pre-pandemic baby. So when my daughter was 5 months, that's when COVID first started peeking its head. And they were like, oh, just wash your hands. And I'm like, nah. I've worked in clinical and administrative healthcare. So I am not about to be like, okay, just wash your hands with something viral. We're not doing that. No. So I kept my child away from all the folk. I had an old snap I'm a mom moment when I was like, oh no, not my baby. So we were secluded. We're still very cautious and mostly secluded because I just wasn't having it. So that was my, oh snap, I'm a mom moment as well, because I had that, oh no, not my baby, that moment, that Black mom moment. So your oh snap, I'm a mom moment, it can, so your oh snap, I'm a mom moment could have been the pregnancy test. It could have been your first sono, your first kick or flutter, your first latch, first contraction, honey, or any other moment. It could have been any moment, but we're here. We are momming, we are melanated, and we're doing the damn thing, okay? So honestly, the moment you realize that you really have to care for a little human, to protect them, to love them, and guide them, it may vary. It could be at any moment. For some people, it's the first pregnancy test. It can be any moment. But one thing for sure and two things for certain, Black mamas don't play about their children, okay? Black mamas have that not my baby moment. It's something that's naturally in us, period. It is just in us. Not my child. No. And I don't know what it is. Why is it okay for us to discipline our children? Some of us may even yell, shout, or what have you. But it's as soon as their father does it, as soon as their dad does it, some of us are still like, oh no, not my baby. You're getting offended. Why are we like this? Why? Are you that mom? Why? If you're that mom, let me know. And why, sis? Why are you that mom? Fortunately, I am more of the disciplinarian with my daughter, and she gets over on her dad, y'all. She manipulates him, drags him through the mud. She has her way with him. I'm more of the disciplinarian, but I do want to hear your thought. Along with the oh snap, I'm a mom moment, there's always an experience that happens, and that experience occurs when it's just you and your baby. It's just the two of you, and it can be good, it can be difficult, where the baby's sleeping, maybe you're watching your baby, or, it's an intimate moment. For some people, as I said, maybe the baby's crying and you're overwhelmed, but in that moment, you realize this baby can't communicate their needs. I have to be able to understand them. And then as you grow as a mom, you learn the different cries and, what they need and how to provide for them sufficiently. So it's just very important. And momming is not easy. And that's why we need a community. We need other women. We need support. We need access to resources. We already fear when we're having these babies, right, for our lives. Black women are disadvantaged. We're dying at a high rate. So it's just so important to have that sense of community. If you are a mom or a new mom and you're having those oh snap, I'm a mom moments where you're overwhelmed, where you're anxious and you need a break and you don't know how to find those resources, if you don't know how to get a break, if you don't know how to deal with that anxiety or that stress, definitely reach out to me. I am here to help. My heart is for Black moms. My heart is for tackling this maternal morbidity rate that we're facing. So definitely reach out to me. Now, on a lighter note, I want to hear your thoughts. When was your oh snap, I'm somebody's mom moment? When you realized you had to take care of a whole tiny human. Was it explosive diarrhea? Because those are those moments where I'm like, bro, I need to just hose this whole baby off and start again, okay? So what are your thoughts? When was your moment, your oh snap, I'm a mom moment? Leave me a voicemail, 347-719-3350. And remember, just because the content stops, the conversation doesn't have to. So follow the CWF Network on Instagram, and that's at CWFP_. And while you're at it, follow me at Momming with Melanin on Instagram as well. I'm your host, Angie. I look forward to chatting with you guys again soon. And remember, give yourself grace. Momming is a marathon, not a race. And this episode has been brought to you by the CWF Network, where we bring you everyday content for everyday people.
This is the CWF Network, where we bring you big content in small pieces. Follow us on Instagram at CWFP_. Okay, bye.